Asteroids are whizzing by. Please don't cry. This could be the worst THORnews video of all time. Yeah, I went from making 2 videos a day to now making about a video every 2 days. So my timing feels a bit off. So I might make some mistakes or just not be as super awesome as I used to be. What's the talk about? Probably sinkholes, because this one's from Mexico. I don't know if you know this, but sinkholes has been showing up. It is sinkhole season. And these people are like, hey, I got a great idea. A giant hole is formed in the ground. Nobody knows who caused it. Let's go stand by it and see what happens next. Bring the kids. I asked a really smart friend of mine. I said, hey, man, what do you think is going to happen at the midterm election? And he said, I think both sides are going to screw it up. That is probably the best take I've heard so far. And go ahead and steal it if you want. Say it's your own. Here, there was a tornado warm storm in Houston. Hopefully everybody survived. Holy crap, it is also, it is floody season. Here, heavy rain produces renewed flooding in parts of Pike County. Kentucky has been getting hit hard with heavy rains again, and they got hit by a 1,000-year storm, so any rain on top of that is very bad. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, the T. And the kid gloves are off between the two parties, it would seem, and they're just going to duke it out up until the election, and probably after that, maybe till 2028. Who knows, man? I highly recommend staying cool and rising above the fray, being like this tiny oasis in the middle of a desert in the middle of nowhere that people say it has mythical origins. Some astrology people be like, yo, this Aquarius full moon tomorrow night is going to be wild. I'm like, yep, maybe. The chaos and chaotic energy in July and in August has definitely been legit. I heard a rumor that it was 109 degrees at swim o'clock. So, in the last few hours of Venus in Cancer, which is a water sign, you can go ahead and take a dip in the pool if you like. People in the Northwest Pacific were like, hey, dude, there's tons of lightning happening all around here. Although this is what lightning in Washington, D.C. Anyway, so it's like this thing when you had the January 6th thing happen, and then the Democrats were flipping out, and you had Republicans like, hey, man, it was no big deal. Why are you guys flipping out? And then, so I don't know, the FBI raided Trump's house, and then Republicans are super freaking out. And the Democrats are like, hey, it's no big deal. Why are you guys freaking out? Anyway, it seems like the kid gloves are off with the two parties. And then I have to make another Avoid Civil War video. Who would have guessed that it would be a series? I don't know. I made one before January 6th. I don't know if you remember that. And I made one after. And then now I guess I got to make one again. And hey, man, I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe sometimes. It's got parts that are really good. And then it's got parts that aren't as great. Anyway. It's like fantasy, and I don't know, if you have a fantasy about Civil War, that's fine. You can fantasize about Civil War. It seems weird, but, it's a free country, and imagination is a powerful thing. But I'm just saying, people who talk about an actual Civil War now and be like it would be a good thing, I don't think you understand logistics very well. Anyway, I don't think a Civil War would be good for anybody, so I would recommend avoiding it, just like avoiding World War III. And I want to say that, I don't know, I don't mention Russia that much anymore because it seems like the Russians are very sensitive lately. And I just wish everybody would calm down. But it does seem like the high Mars really changed the game a little, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Can't we all learn to work together? There are 7 billion of us on the planet. Maybe if I pretend like I'm on stage, I'll be all happy and shit. No, actually, the last 10 weeks have been extremely good to me. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you, Asteroid Fight Club. You guys are awesome, incredible, amazing. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for watching my channel. And I'd like to say thank you to the people out there who disagree with me on stuff and are like, you know what, I still respect you and I like you, Thor. I appreciate that, man, because I'm an old man now, 50, and like back in the day, we used to be able to disagree with each other and still respect each other. And I wish we could get back into that shit. Anyway, there's a ton of flooding coming, probably more. Globally, it's just like a real musical chairs economy. And sometimes some people get caught without a chair. Some deserve it, some don't. And so, I don't know, man. But it does seem like karma is kicking people's asses these days. So definitely stay cool and do your best to be a good person. And man, I love and respect honesty. I love honest people. Funny, honest people. Man, y'all are some of my favorite. All right. Look at this shit. You see that happening? That's a crazy pattern, yo. I ain't really that worried about any major hurricane in the next 2 weeks right now. I mean, if I do get that urge of like, oh my God, red alert, hey, here come a hurricane, I will let you know. Because that's what I do. But right now, I'm like, it seems like Atmospheric Defense Team and Prayer Warriors at Asteroid Fight Club are totally kicking ass. But what does seem troubling is just the amount of like rain that'll drop at any specific time with very little warning. Like there weren't any times on the 5,000-year storms we've had in the last 2 or 3 weeks where they were like, oh my God, you guys are going to get 12 inches in the next 24. Like nobody really got any major warning. So I expect that shit to continue. But if you look at this map, yeah, flood season. How are you? You hanging in there? No, I mean, it's been wild and it has been weird, and it's so weird that like we've been going through the pandemic and we see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that just for 2 years there've been people who've just complained the whole time, the whole fucking time. Like it's like imagine being in an RV van with someone for 2 years and they just complain like no matter what happened. They just complain or they just start talking negative shit all the fucking time. That ain't me, bro. I've done the best I could to make you laugh as many times as possible while giving you solid information. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that shit. Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. And the last 2 days I've seen rain, I've felt rain, and I've seen lightning and heard thunder. So I'm pretty sure we're past the peak heat waves that at least Texas has seen. And so we're heading towards fall. And that is good news because shit has been way too hot and that heat has been making people cranky. But it'll still be hot and you'll still be getting excessive rains in some parts. Let's say some prayers for Kentucky and Virginia. I think you guys have more shit storms coming your way as far as more rain coming on top of really flooded areas. And then look at this monsoonal region. You guys will probably be getting some nasty shit as well. And I don't know, man, like now that we're in the age of some people are like, all vaccines everywhere, evil all the time. I ain't scared of a vaccine, bro. Anyway, I don't want to trigger you. All children aged 1 to 9 in London will be offered polio vaccine after the virus detected in sewage. So it is kind of like a flashback of 100 years ago in some ways. But please remember the entire time, even though I took 3 Moderna shots, just like, Space Force and Air Force, 99% of the people took it. I was always, and I always have been, pro-choice, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. If you do want to take it, man. But either way, try to be cool. Like, you ain't got to bitch or yell at people who disagree with you on that subject. Ain't nobody, Oh. Super duper happy birthday to the Department of Defense. I love defense. You know that. Anyways, major shit went down. There was a part of Crimea, the Russian controlled Crimea, that like there were some super duper big explosions happening. Unrelated, Sun Tzu was like, when you lose a complete airbase, ask yourself, what is air defense doing? And I highly recommend peace and brotherhood amongst men and women. But I still get, but I don't know. I still get people who tell me, nobody listens to you. You are stupid. You are unimportant. But I listen to every show you do. Which is always, is that irony? I don't know what it is. Remember, laughter's like medicine. So I don't give a shit if you're laughing with me or you're laughing at me. If I made you laugh, I did a good job, in my opinion. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. Is it legal to have sex with a volcano? I'm talking about Popocatépetl. And no, I'm just trying to be funny. That one fell flat. And not every. What was that fucking weird? Man, I'm using the F word a lot in this one, huh? What was that weird flash frame? Is it a subliminal message about volcanoes? Let's find out together. I have no idea. This is somebody else's. No, it was just a truck. Oh, fuck. It was just a truck. Chuck, great job on the capture, Carter. Might be his favorite, or her, whatever everybody's pronouns are. I don't know, man. Didn't God say, hey, I gave y'all a tongue, but that's going to make y'all fight all the time? By disagreeing. Remember the Tower of Babel? Oh, that's probably not a discussion to have now. Do you know I haven't gone live in like 5 weeks? I don't know. I lost 30 pounds, and then I was like, man, I feel really unattractive. I feel more like, anyway, I'm just talking about rainbows and lightning. But yeah, dude, there was crazy lightning in the Pacific Northwest, or so people say. I didn't verify it. Why would they lie about that shit? Wow. We saw a lot of lightning in the Pacific Northwest. And when we say a lot, we mean a lot. And this is the Northwest Interagency Coordination Center. And I know some people are like, never trust government in any way, shape, or form. And it sounds like the interagency is a form of government, so you may not want to trust them, dude. You may want to be like, yo, there was no lightning whatsoever. This is totally fake news in fire year 2022. I don't know. Make up your own decisions, dude. Okay? Great. Holy shit. Has Bitcoin been boring or what? Okay, so I don't know. A couple months ago, Elon Musk was like, I sold a bunch of Bitcoin. I'm sorry. He was like, I sold a bunch of Tesla stock, which I said I wouldn't do. But I'm done. I won't sell any more Tesla stock. And then yesterday, Elon was like, all right, I sold $7 billion worth of Tesla stock, but I promise I'm done. That's the cool thing about Elon is he just lies all the time. And people are like, well, he's a billionaire and we love him. I don't know, dude. The cult around Elon is weird. Anyway, but like people just need someone or something to believe in these days. For me, it's Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit. And technically, I mean, I asked for a Fight Club. You guys have been so amazing to me for 9.8 years. But so like, yeah, if you want to think that Elon is like the greatest, some dude called him like the smartest man on the planet. I was like, I don't know about that. Okay, what was I talking about? And what it's so crazy nowadays, everybody's like an expert on words and definitions. Like for a month, everybody's like, let me tell you what a recession is or isn't. And then today, Biden triggered everybody when he was like, there was zero inflation because the 8.5% inflation pretty much stayed flat, or the inflation stayed flat, but it's still high. So people were like, oh, technically, no, there's definitely inflation. Anyway, so people were fighting about the definition of 0% inflation today. I don't know, man. I like telling jokes and having fun. But, okay. But speaking of crazy shit, food costs climbed 1% in July. All right. But here's and so like NBC's like, hey, dude, let me give you CNBC's like, let me give you some advice on how not to get gouged on groceries. First of all, they're like, use a cashback app. And that to me is like, and pay with the right credit card. Like, what the fuck? Plan your meals, buy in bulk, and scrutinize sales. Anyway, CNBC, this is pretty shitty advice across the board. All right. Did I say this could be the worst THORnews video of all time? Anyway, after 4 or 5 years of being stuck at 55,000 subscribers, I hit 56,000. But then I dropped down under 56,000. And then Frazier was like, hey, man, would we have continents without asteroid impacts? I was like, I don't know, man. That's a great question. We'll have to answer it for the rest of the year. All right. You stay cool. Have a great night. Have a great year. Have a great month. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great life. I appreciate you. I love you. Stay cool. Keep a sense of humor. Hang in there. And if this was the worst THORnews video of all time, I apologize. That means I can only get better. Asterisk. I mean, there's a chance it could get worse after this, but let's hope not. Let's hope after 9.8 years doing this, there is some type of cumulative talent and effort, and I do get better. And you get better. And we get better together. Amen. God bless everyone.